Has the US dollar crashed? Did you take advantage of it, and will that trend continue? Let's talk about that and more right now. Hey there traders, it's Andrew Mitchum here at the Forex Trading Coach with video and podcast number 510. Today I want to talk all about the recent crash that we have seen in the US dollar. I hope you've taken advantage of it and you've seen plenty of good trading opportunities. You have a look at the US dollar Swiss franc chart, for example. Right now, as I'm recording this on the 14th of July 2023, the US dollar right now is at a level we've not seen for 8 years, back in 2015. Go and have a look at your charts. It's just crashed. The US Swiss franc has absolutely crashed. Against other currencies, the US is also looking weak. Some of them are at highs or lows, depending on which currency for the year. Some are now at levels not seen for several years as well. So what's caused that? Well, as traders, to be perfectly honest with you, we don't really need to worry about what's caused it because there's probably a multiple number of factors there that have caused that US dollar weakness. However, the important thing, especially as technical traders, is that we see this happening on our charts and we take advantage of these moves and these big trends because that's how you can trade with the main trend. If you see this continued US dollar weakness and you see other currencies looking particularly strong, then you start to bring in the strength and weakness analysis that we look at to help us to trade on the right side of the market. Of course, we're still looking for the right technical setups and candle patterns and what part of the chart the candle has closed in, etc. like that. Do we have room to move to our profit target? Have we got some form of stop loss protection or a round number for our stop loss to help ourselves out there and to increase our probability of a successful trade? But also, at the Forex Trading Coach, on a weekly basis, we look at and analyze the weekly charts and we post for our clients each week, every Monday morning, the likely strength and weakness directions on the bigger picture weekly charts. On a daily basis, each day we do exactly the same based off the daily charts. We look through the daily charts and we look at which currencies are looking particularly strong or particularly weak. And then we also mention which currency pairs are likely to move in which directions for that particular day. Does that mean that every time if we say the US Swiss francs looking for sell opportunities, it's just going to fall? No, it doesn't. But what it does do is it gives us the bigger picture. If we have, let's say, weakness on the US Swiss franc on the weekly chart, and on a particular day you see US Swiss franc weakness, you then look for particularly for sell trades. So if you see bearish candles in the right part of the chart on any time frame, what that means is that you're trading with a more immediate candle direction, looking like it's heading down. On a daily basis, it looks like it's weak. On a weekly basis, there's weakness in that pair. It stands to reason and adds to your probability that with the right pattern in the right part of the chart and with that more daily and longer term direction, you really are putting all these factors in your favor of a successful trade outcome. Flip side of that, what it also does is if you were to see, let's say, a bullish pattern on the US Swiss franc, it means that potentially you're going to do one or two things. You might say either one, I'm just not taking the trade altogether, or two, I might take it but at a reduced risk on that particular trade. And the choice is yours really when it comes to that, because it means you might be buying on a short-term pullback, but knowing that the main direction is down. So by helping teach our clients how to look for that weekly and daily likely direction, it helps us to remain on the right side of the trends more often than not. And that's a massive help for our trading. So my question to you is, have you over the last week or two taken advantage of that US dollar weakness on your charts? If you haven't, you've got to ask yourself why not? Because if you go and have a look at your charts, especially that US Swiss franc as a really good example, you really should have taken advantage of that massive weakness in the US dollar. If you haven't, you need our help, and we can certainly help to get you educated so you know what you're looking for and you can take advantage of those movements. If you're out there looking for a good Forex broker, I can highly recommend Blueberry Markets. I've mentioned them on all my weekly videos and my podcast because they are so good. We have thousands of clients who now use Blueberry. They're a wonderful broker. They're based over in Australia. You can open an account with them in pretty much every country apart from a few. And if you're in the US, then unfortunately you cannot trade through them. But for everybody else, have a look at Blueberry Markets. They're a fantastic broker. They offer the MT4 and the MT5 platform, a massive range of markets to look at and really good people and very tight spreads. I'll put a link to them here on this post and podcast. If you have any questions about today's topic, please send me an email, andrew@theforextradingcoach.com, or if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe or leave a comment below. And I'll see you this time next week. Bye for now.